Hello and welcome to GV West Season 6 Round 2. It is time for the debut of Circuit de Lebanon as the venue for the French J-Prix. Excuse the noise. And it will be an interesting one as pre-qualifying is going on. Let's take a look at the upgrades for this round. We've got a double grip upgrade for Scuderia Cremona, an acceleration upgrade for Toad Racing Systems, a grip upgrade for Matsar, makes them remain the top car on the grid. Scuderia Cremona, their double grip upgrade ties them with Compass Automobile Experience. Speed upgrades from Low Hongers, who are now just 1.0 CPI of TRS and HRT Lightning. A speed upgrade for the Monkey Racing sees them jump up to 4th best, and a speed upgrade from INR sees them BSCR earn total speed at level 6 now. But just speed is not what the car performance index is fond of, so they are about down and joint 5th best, joint 6th best, as Electric Racing are considered just 0.1 better than them. But I guess we'll see how it looks in qualifying and in the race here today. As pre-qualifying comes to an end, it's time for 3 minutes of proper qualifying. No collisions, no tire wear, no rain, just pure pace. So here we go. And we're underway here. Let's take a look at the tokens while our drivers drive first, albeit unrepresentative lap. We've got 4 tokens being spent by only one driver on the grid, and that is Edvarditos of INR. INR won the opening round in Valencia thanks to a great performance by 3 token spending for Zenny, and with the only driver on the field spending 4 tokens, they'll look to win another race in a row if they can pull it off, that is. 3 tokens being spent by Hank Buxley, or just Hank for short, from HRT Lightning. And 2 tokens being spent by quite a few drivers here today, being spent by Girouni from Scuderia Cremona. As we go across for lap 2, who will go on provisional pole? Well, none other than Edvarditos, and by over a second as well. Now it's under a second. His teammate Freseni jumps up to the front row. In any case, 2 tokens being spent by Girouni from Scuderia Cremona, Ellie from Electric Racing, Cloud from Aston Martin, and Not That Guy from HRT Lightning. 1 token being spent by the likes of Toad Speed, Odd Koopa, Texman the First, and Vinci. Overall, I believe, yes, we have exactly 10 token spenders here today. It'll be very interesting to see if any tokenless drivers get in to the top 10 in the qualifying or in the race. Here we are, though. Edvarditos absolutely dominant, but so is Freseni, and he is spending 4 tokens less than Edvarditos is in this race, and they are enjoying an easy 1-2 with that level 6 speed. Even though Scuderia Cremona only have 1 speed less than them, they are not performing nearly as well. We've got the final minute. We've got Cloud up in 3rd, spending those 2 tokens. We've got Girouni provisionally 5th, spending 2. Hank provisionally only 6th, spending 3. Last time he spent 1 token, finished on the podium, 15 points per token. Scary. Result, his teammate, Not That Guy, currently qualifying in 8th, spending those 2 tokens. Ari Cremona currently qualifying in 12th. Can she make that change? Hank up to the front row he goes. He beats out Freseni. And Mr. Crunk up to 5th tokenless, really showing what Matsar is all about. Arya Cremona improves up to 10th as well. Notice that. And this is the final lap. Edvardito's easily sitting in provisional pole. Can he still improve on his lap? No, he cannot. Cloud, can he improve on his? Yes, he does. Up to the front row. Verzeni can improve. Girouni improves up to 8th. It looks like he's dropping down a few. Not that guy improves up to 5th. Yoa up to 6th, tokenless. Arya Cremona up to 7th. It's absolute chaos here in the final lap at Lebanon. Let's take a look at the qualifying results. Here are the results then, and let's put up the tokens and upgrades just to clear up the picture a bit. We've got Edvardito spending 4 tokens easily, qualifying from first, but in the end that gap was closed down quite a lot there to just over 2/10 by Cloud, who's spending 2 tokens. Will start on the front row. Hank spending 3 starts from third. Will be looking to get past Cloud, maybe even challenge Edvardito's in some capacity. Verzeni, completely tokenless, starts from 4th. That INR just has a crazy amount of speed. Not that guy spending 2 tokens, starts from 5th. And this is incredible stuff for Mats or Yoa. Completely tokenless, starts from 6th. Arya Cremona, completely tokenless, starts from 7th, and Mr. Crunk, completely tokenless, starts from 8th. Matzers get both cars in the top 10, spending 0 tokens in this qualifying. Can they keep them in the race? We'll have to see. Texman the first, spending 1, starts from 9th. Girouni spending 2, bizarrely, starts 3 positions below Arya Cremona, spending none, but you'll look to make that up in the race. Ellie spending 2, starts from 11th. Odd Koopa spending 1, starts from 12th. Toadspeed spending 1, starts from 13th. Vinci spending 1, starts from 14th. And the rest of the grid are tokenless. Botti, Shaggins, Enigma, Smalls, Nems, and Minecat start from those positions. So, very interesting. Well, Edvardito's, it'll be very interesting if he somehow doesn't win. But also, what can the Matzers do? What can Arya Cremona and Verzeni do? And how will the actual token spenders do? Those are all very interesting questions. And I guess there's only one way to find out here at Lebanon. Let's see whose home race it is. It is home race of the Compass Automobile Experience and the HRT Lightning teams. Do we have any French drivers in this division? After a little check through, no, we do not. We do not have any French drivers in the division, so it's just the HRT Lightning and the Compass teams looking to have one of their drivers perform nicely for the constructors. But let's get this underway. 30 laps at Lebanon. What will happen? Let's find out. And 5 lights, and away here we go. Edvardito starting on those softs, Cloud starting on hards, Hank starting on softs, already up to 2nd. Verzeni's fighting Cloud for 3rd there, not that guy, holding on behind them. We've got Yoa, we got the Matzers and the Scudera Cremonas fighting. Yoa started on the hard, so did Mr. Crunk, and that might not be a good idea. Odd Koopa now round the outside of Mr. Crunk. That's a great overtake on the inside of Yoa. Can he make it stick? That's a great double overtake. Beats the Matzers. Yoa with a counter. Can't make it stick. And the Cloud is dropping like a brick. Started on those hards. And now we're here in 7th position, in fact. Edvardito's already running away in 1st. Verzeni, spending no tokens, is running in 2nd. Were those 4 tokens then absolutely necessary? If Verzeni can just do it tokenless, he's right behind. And then we've got a 3-4 from HRT Lightning. We've got a 5-6 from Scudera Carmona. It's clear to see the teams that are dominating here today. Cloud holding down 7th, but we've got Texman the first using some boost and approaching menacingly, and there he goes around the outside of Cloud into 7th position. Poor Cloud has not had a great start, but those hards can come in useful later when everyone ahead has pitted, provided they are not seconds and seconds away. Well, a lot of seconds away. Ellie Sandwich between the Matzers now overtakes Yoa. Matzers have made the same mistake as Cloud starting on the hards, at least provisionally appears that way. And it's just a walk in the park for INR at the current moment. Meanwhile, Hank just holding off Girini, who definitely sees in his mirrors now. Just trying to drive away and remain calm, but you got Girini approaching on slightly harder tires. Down the inside, he forces the move and he's into 4th position. Girini, his former teammate at FVR, not that guy. Both of them not much of note in the debut in Valencia. They didn't do much, but now they're both fighting for high points positions. Not that guy fighting with Freseni over 2nd position. Freseni is tokenless after all, no matter how much of our absolute rocket ship that INR car has suddenly ended up being after just 1 speed upgrade. Oh, we've had a crash there, and it was between Mr. Crunk and a Vinci, I believe. That was a big crash. Botti tokenless up in 12th, up in 11th now. Good stuff from Botti. He's beating the Matzers currently. Edvartitos is already 4 seconds ahead of Freseni, and we've not had this in a while where the most dominant car on the grid spends 4 tokens and just runs away and has a nice time, not bothered by anybody. We've had extremely close grids, we've had just extremely close token spends, and I don't think we've seen that in a while in any virtual leagues. Hank now makes a mistake on the exit, allows Girini to get in front by a bit, but he boosts his way after Girini uses his boost, and he's through into 4th position yet again. Texman has gone up to 6th, Ellie has gone up to 7th, Eric Carmona has dropped to 8th. Makes sense as she is driving tokenless. Cloud in 9th and Vinci in 10th. Still, however, Frozeni's tokenless run is defying the trend we're seeing with other tokenless drivers here. Not that guy, struggling to get past him for 2nd position. He does have the hards on. Then we have Hank, Girini, Texman all closing them up behind. They're closing them down. But they're also struggling, having to fight each other. Girini on the inside makes the opportunistic move, gets through into 4th, and Freseni is dropped down to 3rd position. The softs are wearing off, and as such, the INR with no grip is really struggling. Both of them into the pits. Edvartitos, oh god, it's a long pit. Edvartitos with that amazingly huge gap, and still not that guy, and Girini got in front, though maybe he did lose some of that gap due to those softs wearing off at the end. We'll have to see how this develops. Not that guy currently in the lead of the race. In fact, it is a 1-2, albeit they're in different teams. It's a 1-2 from the former FVR lineup, looking to reinvent themselves with a team that perhaps doesn't want to fire them. Girini into the pits. And not that guy, still in the lead of the race, but Edvartitos is closing him down rapidly. Edvartitos, can he make a move on the inside here? No, he cannot. Not that guy parries it. Edvartitos also has the fastest lap of the race so far, but not that guy surprisingly has a pretty good lap himself, a 30.67, and on the hard tires as well. That is impressive stuff. When will he pit? He will pit right now, and Edvartitos is back into that lead of just back into the race lead. Texman staying out on those mediums for an 11th lap. Well, it was Compass that have absurdly high grip, wasn't it? Yes, 7 grip. Electric Racing also worth noting, they've got 6 grip, but Compass remain with the highest grip on the grid, so that may explain Texman the first unconventional staying out on those medium tires for 11 laps when not that guy has pitted after 10 laps of hards instead. Texman finally into the pits, and that means Cloud jumps up as the second. He's onto his 12th lap of hards. Oh Jesus, with the boosting he's got wide into grass. Got Girini and not that guy squabbling behind Cloud here. Fighting each other. Girini's on fresh softs, and not that guy is on fresher mediums, and they're just fighting each other for 3rd place. Cloud up ahead. His days are numbered in this position. Ellie currently running in 5th. Freseni, tokenless or not, he's still 6th. Hank looks to have had some issue after his first bet. He's only down in 7th. Cloud into the pits now. That does promote Hank into 6th position. But Ellie has jumped up out of nowhere most predominantly. And he's gotten up into 4th now. He's chasing Not That Guy, who's now lost Jurini a little bit. Edvarditos is up 7.5 seconds ahead of Jurini. What's happening here? Texman and Cloud. Texman overtakes Cloud for 7th position. Hank and Freseni, all 4 pretty close together. Ellie now getting closer and closer to Not That Guy. Odd Koopa spending 1 token. He's down to the 20th. Something may have happened then. Ellie's into the pits. Does that mean that all 4 of these drivers get past Ellie? Well, Cloud might not be able to. As Ellie exits the pits, Cloud does get past Ellie. Interesting. Oh, we've got Nems tokenless in 10th. Oh no, but they're pitting right away. And it's Vinci through into 10th position. But he's got Crunk very close behind. He's got Toadspeed close. And Yoa. It's just a very tight field other than the top here, where Edvarditos is dominating the race. And Jurini and Not That Guy are locking out that podium. And then Freseni's just been leading this vicious pack all the way down to 9th. And then Vinci leading his own pack on this fight for the very final point. Mr. Crunk really wants to get that very final point from Vinci on the inside here. Holds down on the inside. He's holding down on the outside. He's just not being able to outpace Vinci, only meet his pace. And Jorini's now into the pits onto soft tires. He exits out ahead of Hank, bumps into his back. So you can see we've got either huge gaps or small gaps here. Texman leads this pack over here. Well, technically Hank. Then Texman, then Cloud, then Ellie, and we're going to have light rain. That's bad news for Jurini. That's great news for Not That Guy, who's into the pits immediately, and he's opted for the Inter tires. Jurini has caught up a few seconds, but he's still got a bigger gap behind from Not That Guy than before, and in realistic fashion, he opts for the wet tires. Hank for the wets, Texman for the wets, Cloud for the Inters, Ellie for the wets. For Zenny, who's now down in 8th, opts for the Inters. Aria Carmona for the wets. Mr. Crunk for the Inters. He's in 10th now. Yoa for the Inters. Edvarditos for the wets. And we're going to have sunny conditions coming soon, so the Inter runners were the ones in the right here. Let's see if Cloud can make up any positions thanks to this move. Him and Hank really close to Jurini now because of that raincoat. Hank looking for a move into the podium. Can't seem to find it. Cloud close behind both him and Jurini, and before entering the pits, just overtakes Hank, but bumps into the back of Jurini, unable to overtake him. And Hank is onto the hards, so is Jurini. Cloud is onto the mediums. We've got 10 laps remaining. Oh, how time flies by. Edvartito's now finally into the pits as well. He's opting for the medium tires. Not That Guy, who's basically guaranteed himself second now. He's gone for the softs. He's gonna go for double softs. What is he doing? Interesting strategy for Not That Guy. He does have a 10-second gap behind him, so any decision is most likely not a bad decision. Jurini now beats both Cloud and Hank back to 3rd position. Smalls gets a penalty. Okay. Interestingly enough, Smalls gets a penalty, then he pops back into existence and blocks Hank and Cloud, and they lose some time to Journey as a result. What about other fronts? We got Texman the first and Ellie fighting for 6th possession. Texman boosts right into the back of Ellie. Ellie's got a lot of boosts saved up. Texman on the inside. Ellie's using that boost, but it's too late. Texman through into 6th at the current moment. For Zenny, still holding down 8th tokenless. Ari Carmona still holding down 9th tokenless. Mr. Crunk holding down 10th tokenless. Oh, Jiruni has been caught to these being surpassed by Cloud and Hank. They're through. Cloud currently runs in 3rd, Hank in 4th, but Hank's the only one spending 3 tokens out of these 3. The other 2 are spending 2 tokens. You can see the refresher here on the token spends. Edward Tito's only one spending 4 tokens. Hank the only one spending 3 tokens. Then it is Jiruni, Ellie, Cloud, not that guy, all spending 2 tokens. Hank and Cloud now have left Jiruni behind in the dust like he left them behind in the dust a few laps ago. And we're going to have another light rain, and that's very important, isn't it? For Zenny, first one into the pits alongside his teammate Edvardito's a lap ahead of him. And they both opt for wet tires. Looks like all of the grid's opting for wet tires. This rain may go to heavy rain pretty quick. AI usually have, nope, it doesn't. They're just idiots. Okay. They've just all decided to bet for the wets. That is interesting. The clouds are coming, so it's not... The rain isn't going to remain on the track for long unless there is a heavy rain announcement coming. The AI usually have a third eye about these kinds of situations, but surprisingly it doesn't appear like they do this time around. Hank is currently holding down 3rd, Cloud behind him in 4th, and Jiruni in 5th. And this is the closest fight we've got here, but we've also got a fight for 8th, as Frzeni is not too far ahead of Arya Cremona, who's not too far ahead of Mr. Crunk. And of course these 3 are all not spending tokens, which makes this battle even more interesting. Got some lap traffic to deal with. Arya Cremona has to deal with Enigma. Frzeni slowed down a lot by Minecat. Arya Cremona makes the move, overtakes, then gets stuck behind Minecat, then laps Minecat, then is through into 8th position ahead of Frzeni. Mr. Crunk struggling to get past Minecat to catch up to the 2 ahead, makes a mistake now. Frzeni looks for an overtake on Arya Cremona. Interestingly enough, Ellie has decided to stay on wets. Texman has decided to pit for softs quite early. Vertito's onto softs. Everyone will be onto the softs now. We've got less than 5 laps to go. There's not much more to say right now. Everyone pitting into the softs. Hank is 3 seconds out of Cloud now. Great job from him to just have run away like that. But we've got Frzeni and Arya Cremona. This is the main battle going on right now here at Lebanon. Just kind of following her. With the soft tires on, with a completely dry track and fresh soft tires, will we see an improvement on the fastest lap? That's a pretty interesting question. I'd say Texman the first, catching up on Jiruni. Jiruni has already lost quite a few positions. He will not want to drop down from 5th to 6th now. Not that guy, nope, just 31.43. Cloud is still not too far from Hank. Jiruni, he's got Texman the first on his back. Let's go. Watch out. Texman the first going for the overtake. It does make it. Edvarditos wins the French J-Prix. He was so far ahead there. Well, 4 tokens, 6 speed. What else could you expect? Not that guy comes through into second position for HRT Lightning at their home race. And Hank for HRT Lightning at their home race makes a double podium. He comes in third for the second race in a row. Cloud comes in fourth. Jiruni, fastest lap, finishes fifth. Beats Texman the first, who finishes in sixth position. Ellie finishes seventh. Texman the first, also for Compass, who are also France based. It gets them some nice points. For Zenny finishes in 8th, Eric Ramona in 9th, Mr. Crunk in the final points position in 10th. Then it's just going to be Yoa in 11th, Vinci in 12th position, Toad Speed in 13th, Nems will finish in 14th, Salt Performance tokenless, Alt Koopa finishes 15th, spending 1 token, not as great as Texman the first. Smalls will finish 16th. Then Enigma 17th. Minecat 18th. Shaggins 19th. And Botti 20th. Despite a good start, I think he had a good start. There you have it. That was the French J-Prix at Circuit de Lebanon. Double podium for HRT Lightning. Fastest lap for Scuderia Cremona, but the win once again goes to Iniciación Roja, however you pronounce it, INR. Thanks to this time to Edvarditos and Freseni, add some tokenless points to the team on top of that. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you, I believe, in a week's time for the British J-Prix with the debut of the Humber Ring. So don't forget about that, and we'll see you then.